Class 3 again for race number 9, the last of Class 3. So we finish off with a Class 2, our final event. 1,600 metres the trip here, though, for the second last. Headed by Beauty Rush, who won over the 1,400 metres 2 starts back when making all high rev even. Back from the 2,000 metres behind London Hall last weekend. Band of Brothers, Zach Purton on board. He's won on him 4 times, Zach, from just 6 rides down in class. Lobo's Legend down in class gets another wide gate. Barrier 12 for him. Monica, a course and distance winner, 2 starts back. Cock Campbell was 4th behind Lakeshore Eagle. Last time, Smart Patch was runner-up in that race. Mr. Alden finished 9th in that race, but he had won the start before, beating Monica. And Zemble, very consistent, placed in the last 4 starts. And right honourable for Matthew Poon from barrier number 7. He won a Happy Valley in the season over the 1650. Monica and Mr. Alden, the old rivals, have been up at Chung Fa within the last 30 days. Good to slow the prediction here, but Thunderstomp, if there's going to be a duel between Thunderstomp and Beauty Rush, Thunderstomp I think will prevail, because once the claim takes effect, there's £20 difference between 12 and 1 there. Right choice, if there's a bit of a gap, he'll be able to slot in there, hopefully. Smart Patch, he's got a good draw this time round again. Smart Patch if gate number 1 compared to 14 last time out. Band of Brothers should get a nice run. Lobo's Legend, they might ride him a little bit more quiet from that stall. Looks a little awkward for him, Lobo's Legend.
Here is a right choice. It was a really good run from him last start, actually, on the all-weather. He was wide all the way and boxed on nicely. So he looks like he's coming back to a bit of form that we did see last season when he won quite a few races. So he's going better. Monica, the next one we're going to have a look at, he's been very consistent all season. Seconds and firsts, and Neil Callan will take them out barrier 6, just doing it nice and comfortably here in his track work. So horse has been going well all season, his Monica. And the last one we're going to have a look at is Nzombo, another one who's just failed to win. He's run numerous seconds and thirds at his starts. He's at 8 starts now for those 2 seconds and 2 thirds. So he goes nicely. OK, all right, we'll have a look at him in action in a moment. We're going to start off, though, with Band of Brothers, the class dropper here, trained by Paul O'Sullivan, ridden by Zach Purton.
Zach, Band of Brothers, you've got a good record on this horse. What's the key to getting him to perform on the day?
I just got on him at the right time early in his career when he had a lot of points in hand, and he come through the grades quite nicely, and to be honest, I thought he was probably going to go a bit higher in the ratings. He's reached a mark and plateaued out quicker than I thought he would, but he's back down into a grade now with the extended rating band where he should be competitive again.
How was the trial that you rode him in?
I thought the trial was decent enough. He worked the line nice, pulled up a little bit scratchy. So I asked Paul just to keep an eye on him this week, and obviously he's in the race. He's drawn a good gait. He looks a fairly genuine type of horse. Are you confident heading into the event? Well, he hasn't let me down. He's always delivered when I've ridden him, and like you said, he's drawn a good gait, so he'll get a good run, and I have no doubt that he'll be one of the horses to beat. After Wednesday night, you're in front in the jockey's title. There's obviously a long way to go between now and the end of the season, but this stage of things, do you feel like you've got the momentum? Well, it's easy to say that at the moment because I've come from a few winners behind him, and now we're around about the same mark. So it appears as if the momentum is probably with me, but I did see Joe's interview the other day, and he says he's got lots of bullets, so I've always got to be wary of the support that he's going to get.
Yeah, and he's certainly got a few of those bullets going in the early part of the programme, but you're pretty keen on this horse, Tom.
Yeah, I am. I think down in class here is really going to suit him. Zach on board. Zach's got a good association with the horse. The trial there was pretty good, and I think 4.1's a pretty fair price for him at the moment. A horse that I know he didn't get that win up in grade, but he was fairly handy there. Yeah, look, the thing with him is this extended rating band, I think, suits the horse. So I think he's going to get his opportunity. He's 1 off 74. He is at a rating of 83, so as Zach said, he sort of got to a level, didn't he? He's just got to sort of lift once again, I think. And he's had a couple of tricky draws too.
Yeah. Yeah, OK, but he hasn't this time. Barrier 3 this time round for Band of Brothers. Here's Mr. Alden's win, beating Monica and Zemble and Smart Patch.
He didn't back it up, Mr. Alden, after this win. He's sort of been a one-hit wonder at this stage. But look, he did win nicely enough. He got the good run down the outside. Monica's been consistent all season. So has Nzombo, and Smart Patch hasn't been too far away. So all 4 are legitimate chances. Of the 4, though, I've stuck with Nzombo. I've got him in the numbers.
Yeah, I've got Nzombo in the numbers as well. And the other one I've got in is Monica. Look, he's a must at the moment, is Monica, just racing so well. Got that deserved win 2 back, and then backed that up with another really solid effort last time out.
Yeah, another good ride for Neil Callan as amongst the winners at Happy Valley on Wednesday night. Smart Patch again we see here, along with Cock Campbell, Charity Go, And this is Mr. Alden next time out behind Lakeshore Eagle.
Yeah, he had to do it tough from gate number 14 last time out with Chad Schofield on board. You can see him right on the outside there. Cott Campbell stayed on OK, but Smart Patch, look, I think he's had opportunities to win in easier races than what he meets here.
Yeah, and I've thrown Cott Campbell in on a very minor line because it was a real tough run from him, and he's a real hit-and-miss horse at this stage. He's drawn wide once again, but the ability's there. He just hasn't managed to do it.
All right, OK, so certainly one to consider. Beauty Rush, don't be too hard on him because he has won his race already, just 8 starts, but I thought it might have come sooner than it did, but he's been back at the trials. That win was over 1,400 metres as well. This is a mile. Yeah,
he's got to carry the top weight here, which is against some really nice horses in this race. He's got barrier 5, so he can go forward, and he did lead all the way in the trial, but he's not going to get his own way here because Thunderstomp is going to be one that's definitely going to take him on.
Yeah, and he's got the lighter weight, does Thunderstomp. He really tanked along on this trial, did Beauty Rush. 1,600 metres was the little question mark I had there, but he went well.
OK, Matthew Chadwick from barrier 5 for John Size. Some of the clues there. Band of Brothers is our favourite in a very competitive race.
Yeah, I've got him in. I'm going to make this my each-way play. A horse last season who was very progressive and going really well was Right Choice. Now, Right Choice, last win came off 84. He's now down to a rating of 82. And this extended rating band really suits him. In this class, he's had 4 starts for 3 wins. He's drawn wide, but he can come across with Thunderstomp. I think he can get outside the lead. So I'm not too worried about the draw 14. It was a really good run from him behind Raging Blitzkrieg last time when he was wide all the way. And prior to that, he'd put in a couple of decent efforts, I thought, behind Precious Ship. So at the price, I think he'll be 20 to 1 plus. I'm going to take a chance with him. Band of Brothers, he comes in nicely as well. He's come up favourite. And Zemble's been very consistent. And in for 4th, I looked at Monica. It's hard to leave Monica out, as you said, Tom, but between him and Cott Campbell, I thought Cott Campbell might be a little bit better at sort of this race. Barrier number 13 is a little bit tricky, but he did run a nice 4th off a tough run last time. 6-4, 13-9, but I'm happy to go 6 each way.
Yeah, I'm going to settle with Band of Brothers here. I think he looks a good chance in a race like this, does Band of Brothers. Horse number 4, he's on top for Zach Purton and Paul O'Sullivan. Monarch is certainly a must include. Has had a recent trial up at Chungfa since running second behind Mr. Alden last time out. Ensemble had to come off heels at the 150. He's since had a quiet barrier trial as well. He ran 7th in a trial to Ensemble. He's knocking on the door. The other one that's knocking on the door is Lobo's Legend, but he's got a bit of a wide stall to contend with. He's had 11, 13, 14. Now he's got 12, so he's just about got the whole suite there, does Lobo's Legend. Been running well, but he'll probably get back. There were a few others on the fringe you could have maybe had. Noble Steed, Charity Go. Don't know whether he got his birthday a couple of runs ago. And the other one I sort of looked at as well was Cott Campbell, but you can't have them all.
No, you can't indeed. I've gone with Band of Brothers as well. I think he'll be, well, I say hard to beat, but I think he'll give you a big run for your money there. My cue horse was Smart Patch. There you go. All right, one more race to go then. Race number 10 plus all the best bets. That comes up next.